This I will be cooking today is my Keto Lemon Poppyseed and we're going to be working from my cookbook. I wrote a cookbook this year and we're working from page 13. Now these lemon poppyseed muffins are really, really good. They're very moist because we also use flaxseed in there, and I'm going to walk through the recipe and show you guys how I make it. All right, well, let's get started. I already have my oven preheating. You're supposed to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. We're going to do that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put all of the wet ingredients in together so that they're all well mixed. And then just to let you know, in the recipe, it does call for heavy cream, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, but I used all of that in my chocolate mousse the other night. So I'm using sour cream. It's good for you to think outside of the box and figure out a substitution that would work. And in this case, sour cream will work because it's high fat and it's going to give that extra moisture that the whipping cream would have. All right, so starting out, we have our 3 large eggs. Make sure they're large so you have enough of the yolk and the white for it. And then I also, like I said, I put the sour cream in here. It's calling for a 1/4 cup of whipping cream, but we're going to do sour cream instead. So we're going to get that in the blender and scrape out my bowl. Muffins are perfect. This is a great recipe for make-ahead, and you make them ahead on the weekend. They keep really well. They keep so well. And they're very moist to begin with, so they don't dry out, and they're great for traveling too. All right, let's see. We have our wet ingredients. We have our eggs, and then I also have my melted 1/4 cup of salted melted butter, which a 1/4 cup is about a half a stick. And make sure it's cooled because you don't want to have scrambled egg chunks in your muffins, right? Okay, let's get this melted butter. All right, we got our butter in there. Our extracts, you know I love my extracts. Vanilla, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we'll just do a cap. A cap is a teaspoon. Boop, just like that. All right, we got the vanilla in there. And then I told you about the Frontier extracts last time, the maple. And then I also have a banana and lemon extracts, Frontier as well, Frontier brand. This is a really good brand because it brings the true flavor through, and then you don't have the funny aftertaste or like, oh, what's that weird taste? No, this is a really good brand. This one I'm going to be doing 3 teaspoons, or we really want to get that lemon flavor in there because this is our lemon poppy seed muffins. And since we're not using lemon juice, we're using the lemon extract, which means you don't have any of the extra sugar. And pow, lemon pow right at you. Let's see here. We got 1 and 2. I always buy like 2 or 3 bottles of this. They totally go through it really fast. 3. And then I got some on my finger. So I just rub it in. A little perfume, right? Smell like lemons today. All right, so we have all of our liquid ingredients. Let's get them mixed up. Now I'm just going to hit the pulse button a couple times. Then I'm going to hold it down. Ooh, all nice and yellow. It's really, if you're able to get farm eggs, you should, because the yolks have the extra vitamins and all of the extra protein and the super yummy yellow color in them. All right, let's do some dry ingredients. I have 3/4 cup of almond flour, and the almond flours that I've tried so far are Bob's Red Mill and then Nature's Eats. I don't, the bag's over there, but you can get it at Walmart or online. I actually ordered some on Amazon. And then the Bob's Red Mill you can get at your favorite store. Bob's Red Mill is pretty popular. And then also we have 1/4 cup of flaxseed meal. Now the meal is the ground flax seeds. You can buy the whole flax seeds and grind them yourself, which, you know, you could do that for sure. But the flaxseed meal is a whole lot easier. I keep it in the refrigerator. It will go rancid quickly if you don't keep it in the refrigerator because the omega oils that are contained in the flaxseed will deteriorate if you keep it in the cupboard. So in the fridge for that. And then we also have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure you get baking powder. That's going to help it rise. No, like I do with my blender ones, I have my liquid, I blend it, and then I dump the dry on top. Next will be my third cup of erythritol, which you can use erythritol. In this case, I'm using monk fruit. Of course, it's my favorite. It's the Lakanto monk fruit sweetener, which is actually a monk fruit cut with erythritol, because sometimes erythritol by itself has a little bit of a cooling sensation and a little bit of an aftertaste. But when it's the monk fruit, it has just a little bit of the erythritol and more of the monk fruit. And see how it's kind of like the golden color, but it's a sugar consistency, and I use this for my cinnamon, keto cinnamon donuts. I use it in all of my baking recipes. It's really good as a coating sugar too, like when you're going to dip something in it. And so, yum yum, Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. Let's get that in there. And then, as I do normally with my baking, I use some granulated sweetener and then also some stevia, whether it be powdered or liquid. In this case, I'm going to use liquid. And if you see here, this one is a stevia monk fruit liquid drops, is what it is. It's telling you it's equal to 300 packets of stevia. Crazy. But it's called Easy Sweets. I don't know if you can see that there. E, the letter E, and then the letter Z, and then sweets. I got the 2-pack off of Amazon. These go, they last a long time. Drops, oh my goodness, yeah, okay. 10 drops. Now, why am I doing the stevia with the monk fruit together? Because it helps add another depth of sweetness that just the monk fruit, the monk fruit by itself doesn't have. So the stevia kind of does that there. So let's do 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Comes out pretty fast. All right, and we will save our poppy seeds for the very, very end. Let's get this mixed up here. Now, a lot of times what this will be is mix, scrape, because you want to make sure to get all those dry ingredients incorporated well. And scrape. I'm going to get the sides scraped really well. One more pulse. And, all right, good. Now what I'm going to do is set my blender machine aside, and I'm going to stir in the poppy seeds. If you blend in the poppy seeds, it's going to break them up, and then you won't get the poppy seed flavor as much. We actually are using, how many tablespoons did I use? I used 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. So I don't know if you can tell. We got our dots here. Ooh, poppy seeds. All right, and the good thing about this is that it's medium thickness. It's not too thick, and it will pour very easily. I normally get about 9 muffins out of it, so let's see how many we get. We'll start over here, and I'm going to fill these about 3/4 of the way full. It will rise just a little bit, not too much, because they're going to be moist and slightly dense, not too dense. And then what I'm going to do is, once I get all these muffins in here, I'm going to be putting them in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. What you're going to want to do is test the middle, and if it springs back, then you know that they're done. And if it doesn't spring back and it looks a little jiggly, then put it back in for just a little longer. I know everyone's oven's different. Mine's a little older and a little testy on the temperature, but let's see. Looks like I'm getting my 9. I might get 10. Ooh, if you want to do smaller muffins, go ahead and do smaller muffins. You might actually get the 12. I'm going to make sure and scrape. I do not like to leave any of the batter in there. Don't want to waste that. It's like a whole muffin's worth, right? All right, let's get all this scraped out. And then I'm going to be putting these in the oven. Now, you guys, you can actually find this recipe on my blog, Low Carb with the Cars, CARRS.com. So it is in my book, but it is also in on my blog as well. And I have pictures and all kinds of stuff on there. You have tons of recipes on there. Now the book is just handy so you could have it whenever you need to. You don't have to have an internet connection to do that. Alright guys, it looks like I got 10. Ooh, okay, I'll pick these 2 extra. Which, by the way, let me tell you about these really quick before I let you go. We have silicone baking cups. This is so, well, I mean, I feel like it's eco-friendly. I don't know if somebody knows about how silicone's made, but I've had these for like 3 or 4 years. And just think how many muffins I've made with these. And they're sloppy, they don't break, and once they're actually, you don't have to grease them. Oh my goodness, don't have to grease it. Who likes to grease every single muffin tin? And I don't use cooking spray, so then you don't have to grease these. They are already gonna come right out. So get you some. I've seen them on Amazon. Sometimes they have them at discount stores. If you ever see silicone cupcake mold baking cups, we have 20 to 30 minutes. I have a digital ebook available on my blog anytime, forever and ever, at lowcarbwiththecars.com. I mean, download it on your phone. And of course, if you ever have any questions, send me a message. And the muffins came out of the oven, and they turned out great. We're working from my new cookbook. Page 13 is the lemon poppy seed muffins, and that's 13 in the hard copy book and page 13 on my site, Low Carb with the Cars, CARRS. Now, in this recipe, I actually asked for a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and I used sour cream instead, and I've never done that before, so modifying a recipe sometimes turns out awesome, which in this case it did. So a nice golden brown. It took me about 25 minutes, and I turned the oven up just a little bit from 350. I went 350 to 375. Like I said, my oven's a little off, but nice golden brown bottom. And I used the silicone baking cups. See that? And it didn't sink. It rose very nice. See the nice little dome, nice little cracks on top. And I cut into this and show you the inside. Very, very moist. Still kind of hot a bit. You can see all the poppy seeds in there. They can... Yay! Lemon poppy seed muffins. Alright. So what I'm doing... Now, I figured out the carb count. It's about 2 carbs per muffin if you make about 18 muffins, but since I only made 9 muffins, then it's a little bit less, so a little bit under 2 carbs. And I'm gonna put some butter on there. We love our butter. Really, really good. I love how it has the extra little crunch on the top, and it came out of those silicone cups. You need to get some of these silicone baking cups. These are really awesome. And you know, I think with this sour cream, it gave it an extra little crunchy so you can exterior. Go onto my website, lowcarbwiththecars.com, CARRS.com, and the lemon poppy seed muffin recipe these really keep well. These would be great for your kids' lunches, even your lunch. They are great for snacks. Like I said, they're about 1 to 1.5 carbs each. Lemon poppy seed muffins. Yeah. Almond flour and flaxseed made this possible. All recipes are gluten-free. No worries about any type of gluten because there will be none to be found. Thank you.